You're watching Coaching After Dark with Auntie Isha, CA, Reese, and Coach Kim. We're the morning show for night shifters. Hey, night shifters.
Gonna be like, what it do? We here this evening, CAD podcast. We got Auntie Isha, myself, and we got the Philly special, Reese, up north. Today, the word of the day is lionize. Lionize. And that's to treat an object, I'm dropping stuff, to treat an object with great interest. Lionize.
To treat an object with great interest, lionize.
Or importance. So that could be jewelry, that could be a woman, that could be a lover, that could be whatever you want it to be.
Like celebrity status type deal?
Okay,
what?
So
like celebrity status? Celebrity? Okay.
So do I need to have a collective reading for today?
I mean, you don't have to, but if you do, cool.
I don't.
Okay, well then we won't worry about it.
We can at least say, hey, night shifters.
Hey, night shifters.
Hey, night shifters.
just to get that little ring in the ear.
Yes.
No doubt, but holding it down for Coach Kim because she's in them streets on her way back home. But on an update note, Calm Sparkle will be showing this Tuesday. I guess it's more of a little private little get together in San Marco. So looking forward to that this week and give our rave reviews for the next show. And I'm sure we'll do a little chit chat down the red carpet with little Miss Oprah Winfrey herself and have her.
No, you didn't call her Oprah. Not Oprah.
It's like she's trying to be Tyler Perry, not Oprah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I mean, either one is good. Either one. She could be Ava, whoever she want to be.
Yes, Ava. Yes, Ava. My girl.
Doing her thing, but
can we give like a big round of applause because her event sold out?
Yeah, it did.
For Calm Sparkle.
Like I didn't even get a ticket. Sold out. I mean, I know I could get a ticket.
Scalp tickets and all.
I'm pretty sure I could get a ticket, but I was just in Florida. I got home this morning.
I have a question for y'all though.
Yeah.
Can I throw a question? In your family, how do you decide which funerals to go to? Or do you go to the mall?
No, first of all, I ain't going to the mall, number one. I'm not going to do that because I don't like funerals. I'm more of an immediate guy. It got to be that immediate circle. If it's past first cousin, I ain't going. And if it's first cousin, we got to be like tight like that, first cousin. Not just like, oh yeah, it's your cousin. No, we got to be tight like that. We got some history.
Okay. Okay. What about you?
A lot of time, my mom, when I'm talking to my mom now, she, hey, you remember Pauline? Like, no, her daughter Sharon. Y'all went to well, you was a year older. Mama, get to the point. Well, her cousin died. They having a funeral.
Nope.
Hey, send them my regards.
Not going to that.
That's all I can do is to send them my regards. I ain't going.
So you know how I'm about all the spiritual stuff. I'm not going. I'm not. So I'm like CA, immediate. And I'm grateful that until recently I didn't have a lot of immediate. So grandparents on down to first cousins, and I would say second cousins. I'm really close with some of my second cousins because the way that it's happened, one of my bestie cousins is 3 years older than me, but she's my mom's first cousin because of how people, younger, other people had kids and my grandmother was older, so different things. So there are some, I would say, through second cousins, but I'll be selective about those. My uncle died this year, and I was offended that some of his first cousins didn't come, So I would say for my family, it's through second cousins. My husband has had some first cousins or aunts pass away that I didn't go to because it might be like a couple of days before he'll go, oh, my cousin so-and-so died. I just say, okay. And he was like, I know you don't want to go, but I'm gonna go on Sunday. I was like, okay, or on Saturday. So he gives me a pass on those things, and it's not one of those couple united front things that he
Right.
expects. Now it'd be different if, like, when my brother-in-law died, that was devastating. That's like a no-brainer. It's like your brother.
Right.
Yeah.
But you pass a second cousin that I hang out with, that's cool.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell y'all why I asked that question. Because I've had 2 funerals that came up in the last, I would say, in the last 2 months. So the first one was a childhood friend. I have not spoke to these people in probably like, oh my God, 20 years. And her mom died. But her mom knew my mom and knew my dad. And so my mom and dad went, but I didn't go.
20 years. Why would you go? It's 20 years.
Oh.
20 years. She was your friend because your parents were friends. You didn't choose her. So you just happened to be my friend because our parents hang out.
Yes.
And my mom went because your mom was her friend. I think that's acceptable.
Yeah,
that's acceptable.
I'm just affiliated.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's not like we were friends for 20 years, but you and I still are friends. Like that, you just happened to be in my circle because of our parents. So yeah, that was good enough.
Yeah.
Now the second one was my uncle's wife, who I was semi-close to up until about 10 years old. And I never saw her again.
Yeah, we good.
I was like, I want to remember her how she was.
Yeah. You might get a card in the mail, but we good.
Now I'm going to say this with a disclaimer that my cousins listen. So when my uncle died, he had been married twice. So his first wife, she's my aunt. Like, you were born into that. When I was born, she was there my whole life until I had children. And so she was sick. And my oldest son, he was only like 6 or 7. So it was a long, long time ago. And there was no question. My aunt died. I didn't say the words, my uncle's wife. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
So my aunt died. Yep. So then, fast forward many years later, he had a second wife. And it was those words, Isha, was, my uncle's wife died. And I'll tell y'all, not that I had any ill feelings. I went to support my cousins. Because they're my first cousins, like my best friend cousins. I didn't feel like if I couldn't go or something happened, I would have been devastated. But her 2 stepdaughters, of course, they're there and they're supporting their dad. So I would go to be support to my uncle and to my family. Because I think sometimes some people need that because other people are too close to what's happening.
Yeah.
I've done that a couple times, just went more out of support.
Mm-hmm.
I was cool either way. Like I ain't gotta go or whatever, but being that I'm cool with you and I know you kind of going through it, I'll come just to support and show some love. So
yeah. All right, I feel better now, y'all. Y'all make me feel better.
Yeah, you good. Yeah. Now I have some partners like, I guess military and stuff I've known for 30 years. A couple cats I still talk to. Well, it's only like 3 of them I talked to from high school. We still cool. So if something was to happen, I know they kids. I know they mom, dad. We got history. Some pop off with that. I'm coming.
Yeah. I do have one I'm still affiliated with my high school friend from this circle, but I have one high school friend that I don't talk to often. She lives in Virginia, but it would be the same thing. Like we may not have had to occupy the same space in 20 years, but if something happened to her or she needed something, I would go. But there are not a whole lot of people that I would do that for.
Right.
Because she'll call me and be like, oh, this person, so-and-so. Girl, you remember this person from our class? I'm like, yeah. Well, he died or something happened. I'm like, okay. But to me, it's like, yeah. High school was a long time ago, but I would go, if she called me today, I'd get in the car right now in the rain and start making my way down
I have
there.
a best friend like that. Like, I have 2 best friends. One that I see like practically every day because we work together. And then I have one I don't see her very often. We don't talk, but when I see her, I still introduce her. Like if you were here, I would say, "Hey, this is my best friend," and she would do the same thing. So yeah, if something happened over there, then hands down, I'm gone.
Right.
But if the last thing I remember was you buying me a Happy Meal one time, no.
No, yeah. And I'm a very detached person. I'm a very, and I think this is a byproduct of Navy bred life. When I go, I go. And I don't have to take those same people with me. I just go get new people. Right?
Oh.
Yeah. And our very own Coach Kim is one of the few friends that understands that about me. And even in the times that throughout our lifetime of time where we lose touch, she always knows when to find you or when to say something. And she never takes it as you don't love me or something like that. It's just that I can just push on and start over. And I only hold on to very, very few people. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Still refuse to call me by my married name. I would never give up on you. Don't you touch me. It was really nice hearing you say that. And now you're popping up in my life talking about I'm coming for what's mine. Knowing you slept with me? Hey, doctor! Say no Alex wasn't before. Did you like us, Alex? Alex, did she like us?
The older I've gotten, I've learned that it's better to have 2 close friends than a bunch of people who you're not close to around you.
Oh, definitely.
Because I've lived that life where I had all these associates around me. And I was like, having a friend, like a real best friend that you're like dealing with every day, that's an extension of your family.
Yeah, that's solid. That's a go-to person.
Yeah. And that friendship can have it can take a lot of work to be in that friendship. Just like it take a lot of work to be in family.
Yeah.
So if I have 2 good people, I'm good.
Yeah. Like, you don't judge me, you know me. We got layers, we got history together. So yeah, hey, you get 2 or 3 of them, you good, man.
You good. The popularity contest is definitely over.
For sure.
And we adults. We got lives, we got bills, we got stuff to do.
Yeah.
And I still think like a lot of my friends are my cousins. If I'm sitting here like listening to Isha taking inventory, and I have a few good friends. I've even made a few new good friends over the last 3 years, which is odd as you grow into an adult. But my last job, I found a couple of really good friends that I think will last the rest of my life. But most of the time it's my cousins, and they do that same thing. Like they'll just say, "Hey, haven't talked to you in a couple of weeks. It's all good. It's all good. Okay.
Yeah.
We need to go to breakfast next week. Okay." But then the conversations get deep and everything. But like you said, every day something's happening. And when people get home, they're tired.
Yeah.
I know we have a group chat that's like maybe 6, 7 of my cousins, my 2 of my brothers, and we just, hey, morning, whatever. Hope everybody's good. Or shoot a little text on the weekend, blah blah blah, and everybody chime in. Then we go about our way. Somebody might throw a little joke on there or something. We'll all, hey, remember that time back in '95 we went on a family trip and your cousin underwear was hanging out the window? you know, we'll laugh for a minute, then everybody break, go on about their day.
Yeah. I was like that with my cousins. So we grew up more like those were my sisters. You know what I mean? Like those are my sisters. We spent every weekend together. We were always on the phone together. You know, the kids were together. We were very close-knit family. And then unfortunately, something happened and it kind of split. And, you know, I still have some cousins I talk to, but it's not like all of us anymore. So there's no group chats, there's no get-togethers, all that stuff. So, and it was strange because before, when I was in that dynamic with my family, I really didn't need friends. Like Reese was saying, my friends were my cousins. My cousins, my sisters, they were everything. I didn't need new people. But once that split happened, I went out and found new people, friends. Yeah.
I think
I kind of think it was growth for me in a way. Yeah. Because if I would have never ventured out and I would have always stayed in that same paradigm, I guess, you know? Yeah. I would have never knew what it was to, you know, when you're with your family all the time, there are things that you do alike. You know, if I look back on pictures, all of our hair was kind of the same.
The same.
Yeah, we were like, because we were doing each other's hair. Okay. Right. You know, you learned a new makeup technique. Oh, teach me, you know. So as much as I would like to say I had individuality, I don't think I did as much as I thought I did. Yeah, so it was a growth for me.
That's so awesome. I'm starting to realize, like, women, we always have sister circle. There's always a sister connection. But I've been hearing a lot and seeing a lot more with men who have started to build groups of friends and to communicate better about some of the things they're feeling and they're doing. And I think that's pretty cool. So football season kind of brings a lot of people together. And I'll say I have brothers. Like, I have one bio brother, but then my brother has brought brothers into his life that are my brothers. Like, it's just the way it is. So one of them got married this weekend, but the three of them have a group chat with the nephews, like my son and my brother's son. My younger son's not included because he is not like football fan yet. He's learning this year. So I think that he'll be coming into the fold. But this football chat where what are we betting? What are we doing? Who's going to win? Yada, yada, yada. Turned into a support system because my son started his first real career job a couple Mondays ago. And sorry, Mom. My mom was like, do you know they had a conference call and everybody was supporting him on his first day of work? And I'm like, y'all had a conference call? Y'all didn't call me? And they were like, no, it's our regular football chat. And I was like, oh.
It wasn't for you.
Right. They were like, it was just our regular thing. But when the boys, the younger guys have questions, they can put them in that chat and we can talk about it. You know, or I know you kind of feeling this way because today is a new day for you, but this, you know, and this all the encouragement you need. So my brother who started it was like, this is something that I know I didn't have as a 20-something. Yeah. You know, he said, and I look back now and wish, damn, why wasn't Pops more invested in me? Or how come we didn't have these kind of conversations? So I appreciate that he's that for our kids.
Gen X was different back then, man, you know?
Yeah.
We were just trying to live back then.
Yeah.
But I agree, Reese. I'm seeing men actually, like, it's okay to start expressing your feelings. I hear more men talking about therapy, you know, brotherhood again. It's nice.
Yeah, it's getting to be, I don't know, I guess in a space where you can talk and not feel judged. Because everybody's going through something similar, maybe not the exact same thing. If they're not going through it, they know somebody else that's going through it. I know being a military person, me and I don't know, maybe 6, 7 guys, we still talk. We can talk about anything because we all done the same thing. You know what I'm saying? We all serve together. So if I talk about something, they know exactly what I'm talking about, so, and we can be vulnerable around one another. And, you always got that one that got jokes for days. This mother, ha ha, but at the end of the day, that person can joke. It's almost like a sibling. That person can joke with you and say stuff, but nobody else can. Because then
right.
So then you can let your guard down around those guys and be vulnerable and get stuff off your chest. And it's kind of like, therapy almost.
Because I'll be the first one to say that you say that your spouse or your partner is your person, but they don't need to know every single thing about you or every single thought you have. And sometimes it's good to have people you can have those thoughts with. And I just know how it feels being me. So I can just imagine some of the pressures that a man has. I don't want to know all those things my husband is thinking about. I don't. It's like Isha, you gotta be like, oh yeah, for real. So it's the tune out has happened.
Right.
But his feelings are important. I'm like, don't you have somebody you can tell that?
Yeah. Why are you telling me this?
I think because the love you get or the responses and the support is different.
Yeah.
They understand you in the way that I don't, and that's okay.
That's cool.
Yeah. So did y'all grow up watching Married with Children? Al Bundy?
Yeah.
I know Al Bundy.
You know Al Bundy, Reese? So you know how when he comes home every day, he goes, let me tell you about the fat lady in the shoe store, right? So he tells Peg this whole horrible day, everything that went wrong and blah, 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 blah. I swear to God, Van's going to be watching this. Y'all know that, right? So, oh well. I swear to God, Vance comes in every day. It's like, so let me tell you about my whole day. And I'm like, you, Reese, I was like, you had a cousin, a friend.
Anybody. My man Vance.
And Isha, then it's like this. So Tony takes it further. Remember I told you about so-and-so? And I was like, no. Yeah, I remember. Let me tell you, right? So now the story compounds on something else about something they did 3 months ago. And I'm like, I don't know these people. So then when I tell them I don't know the people, well, that was the person that when we went on this vacation, they were boarding our flight. I don't look at these folks. And I'm sorry if they're watching or listening, but if I don't see you every day or at least 3 days a week, and every time I go to the airport, which is 3 months apart, I can't put the faces to the names all the time. Now you can tell me the situation, I might go, okay, I remember them then, but he get mad too. He's like, I told you.
Right.
Okay.
You gonna remember this.
And if not, I'm telling you, she was the one that did the thing to the thing to the thing. And I mean, he will keep telling me pieces until I say I remember.
Right.
Because if you don't remember, now the whole story not funny. Because you don't remember you don't remember the foundation of the story. Everything.
Now, if you have to tell somebody that much of a story, that's not the person you should tell. You got to tell the people who already know the story.
They know
invested. Do you want to tell people who are invested in this story?
Yeah.
It's like when you watch TV and my husband comes and says, oh, I watched this with you. No. Why? Because I got to stop to keep telling and explain about the people.
You missed 3 episodes.
Good, right? It must be good because you're watching it. Yeah, but I've been watching it for a long time.
Right.
Right. We got new characters on here. Somebody that died. You missed the whole season. You can't just come sit down. That's why, like watching Yellowstone. You can't just come sit down in 3rd season. Talking about, no, get up and go away.
Yes, because now I'm pausing it. So you guys always have a crazy show that I'm watching, and I tell y'all, my new pointless show that I watch that's keeping me entertained is Naked and Afraid.
Really? Oh my!
I've always seen the I know it exists. So then the problem was one night it was on you know how they play all of them, right? A marathon.
Marathon,
So now I caught a couple good ones with a couple characters. I was like, oh gosh, this is so funny. And then I discovered that there's one called XL, which is like a season. So it's not just an episode. You follow these people the whole time. Drama of it all. So there was one season I watched, and then there's the wrap up. So this morning when we woke up in Florida, I was watching the wrap up, and my husband was like, "Oh, so what? Why were they fighting?" I'm like, "Babe, it was like 13 other episodes about why they were fighting." And he's like, "But just tell me."
No, I can't.
Yeah,
ain't gonna make sense.
That's my new show, y'all. I love it.
Well,
now, do y'all ever get into the battle with your spouses where if you guys did start a show together and then they walk in the room and catch you watching it without
it? And look here. Yeah. My wife like that. Like we'll be watching something and she be taking too long. Like she'll be doing other stuff, went somewhere, and I just kind of be sitting around. I finally got a moment to myself, man. I'm just gonna watch one episode, mess around,
one
watch
episode.
Yep.
And then she come back and we'll be watching, and you know if it's like Netflix or Hulu, it's gonna start on the next episode. She be like, wait a minute, hold on. Number 7. I thought we was on 4.
Oh, see, hey, I gotta hip you to that. So you have to watch with them under their profile.
There you go, Reese.
So when I watch it by myself, I watch under my profile. And then we just go back, and he's like, "This is where we left off." I'm like, "Yes." And then I can watch something else on my phone because I already saw it.
Oh my God.
Because see, we was doing that because we were watching Ted Lasso. We was watching Ted Lasso together, and I ended up watching like 3 episodes back to back one night because she wasn't here or something. So I was like, whatever. And she came back like, wait a minute. I don't remember this. Oh. Yeah, see, you was gone, right? Hear me out. You was gone. And I was bored. So, yeah, that's how that happened.
And Tony works a lot. Tony works a lot. So it might be every 3rd weekend now you want to watch one of the episodes. Dude, I cannot wait that long.
I can't wait that long. We watched Bumpy Johnson. What is it called?
Godfather of Harlem.
So I know it's old, but I had never seen it. He had never seen it. So we were watching it together. And then I remember one night he came in the room and I had it turned on because we had gone a few nights. And we didn't watch it.
Right.
Oh, he was in his feelings, y'all.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
How dare you?
So he went to his mom's house that weekend. So I called and I'm like, "What you doing?" He like watching Bumpy Johnson. Like, oh, you
big attitude.
Yes. But my cousin like so.
You're watching Coaching After Dark with Auntie Isha, CA, Reese, and Coach Kim. We're the morning show for night shifters. Hey, night shifters.